Hola, how are you guys doing? It is time for a very pitiful March wrap up. I read one, two, three, four, 6 books, and 2 of them, I promise you, are no thicker than this finger. So let's just get started. The first book I read this month was The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand, and wow, I cannot believe this was only a month ago. I feel like I read this 500 years ago. Anyway, this is about a girl whose brother commits suicide, and she just has to deal with the aftermath of that, and how harsh and bad that was, and she has to deal with what really happened that night because there's some miscommunications. She doesn't know why he did it because he seemed like just a happy person, and it seemed to come kind of out of nowhere. And it was really good. I think I gave it 4.5 stars. I probably gave it 5. I think I gave it 5. It was really good. I've never read Cynthia Hand before. I know she wrote the Unearthly trilogy, which I plan on reading at some point. But I really liked her writing and I really liked the story, so I highly recommend that one. The next book I read this month was The Program by Suzanne Young, and 5 out of 5 stars. I don't have a review up for this, but in my book haul, I think I raved for like 20 years about how much I love this. This is about a world where suicide is an epidemic, and more teens are killing themselves, and nobody knows why. It's like the flu, only much worse. So they have the program, which they take kids who have almost commit suicide, or takes kids in that have signs of depression or something, and they take them to the program, and that's apparently supposed to fix it. And they wipe their memories so that they won't have anything to be depressed about, and that's not fun. So, that was a weird sound I just made. Our main character's brother has just killed himself, and she's starting to get a little bit depressed. I mean, over the fact that her brother has killed himself, and she's trying to stay strong so she doesn't have to go to the program. It's really trippy, but awesome. Yes, very good book. I really want to read the sequel. I cannot wait to read that. It was very good. The next book I read this month was one of my top 5 favorite books of the year, and that is Dorothy Must Die by Daniel Page. You guys have heard me in a million videos talking about how much I love this, and I still have not found my review. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that's going to happen. It really needs to, though. Because the characters and the world, this is a a Wizard of Oz kind, not necessarily a retelling. I feel like it's more of a continuation because Dorothy has returned to Oz and she is a dictator. She is power hungry. She cray, okay? She's ruthless and horrible, and she's a dictator. She's terrible. And our protagonist, Amy Gum, gets swept up, coincidentally, in a tornado, and lands in Oz, but it is not the Oz that she has read about in stories, because Dorothy has just taken over, and Dorothy must die. So, 5 out of 5 stars. Highly recommend that one. Good book. This next book I read is Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, and this is a book about a world, kind of a dystopian high fantasy, or no, not even high fantasy, just like a dystopian fantasy kind of. I don't even really know how to explain it, but it definitely feels dystopian. It's about a world where people are separated into 2 castes by their blood color, and it is reds and the silvers. And the silvers are like the rich people, the elite, the really high up people, and then the reds are poor or just not rich enough to be a silver, live pretty crappily, don't have a very good life. And I didn't like this one as much as I wanted to. And like, the character, she finds out that she's different from the reds and has to deal with that. I really liked the main character a lot, and I really liked all of the guys in this, and the plot twist at the end is amazing, definitely. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, but honestly, it's a little more like a 3.5. I mean, I liked it and I would recommend it to someone. I don't know what it was about this that just turned me off just a little bit. Like, I was bored a lot of the time, which is weird because this is a rather action-packed book. I mean, from the synopsis, can't you tell that this is, oh, this chick is messed up. But I loved the characters. This was a very character-driven story, I feel, and that's good because I loved all the characters. And this cover is absolutely stunning. I know that's absolutely off topic, but I don't even care. It just is so beautiful. um, but it was a little bit of a letdown for me. I don't know if it was the hype that killed it or just maybe I just didn't like it, and that's fine. You don't have to like a book, but I kind of want to reread it because I was also kind of confused. So I don't even know. I do recommend it though, even though it wasn't exactly my favorite. I do recommend it. This next book I read is so exciting. It is A Series of Unfortunate Events, Book 1, The Bad Beginning by Lemony Snicket. And oh my gosh, I can feel a new favorite series coming on. For my birthday, my grandma got me the second one, and then for Easter, she always has us like a little Easter basket, me and my brothers, of like just little treats and stuff, and she gave me the third one, and I'm reading the second one right now, and I love it. These books are beautiful. They're so well bound, and they're just gorgeous, but they're really, really, really awesome. I gave this one 5 out of 5 stars, and I honestly was planning on doing a review. I might do a joint review for the first 2 or 3, but this is a 13 book series about 3 kids whose parents are killed and they're sent to live with their very, very distant relative, Count Olaf, and he's not a nice guy. Ooh, let's drop it, shall we? He's not a very nice guy, and, you know, stuff ensues, and it's funny and really awesome. It's really good. I really, really liked it. I didn't expect to like. I honestly didn't think I was gonna like it. And the last book I read, please don't laugh at me, is Meet Caroline by, the author's name is in the back, Kathleen Ernest, and you guys saw this in my like currently reading mini haul. This is an American Girl book. Yeah, it has 75 pages, and I only gave it 3 stars because I loved the story. I really did. I liked the characters in this particular time period, the War of 1812. And this book was interesting to me. I don't really like learning about the wars as much, but it was interesting in here. I would love to see this from a young adult standpoint. I would love to see this that like longer because it was so short. Nothing was able to happen. Not that it didn't, that nothing was really able to develop as much as it could have, but I still liked it because I like American Girl. So yeah. Alright everybody, that is all I read this month, unfortunately. I plan on doing better this month and April because it is April 5th. I'm filming this late. Tell me down below what you guys read this month, if you liked any of these or, you know, just anything actually would work. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.